Too much sun in that room. Okay. Morning, internet world. Actually, it's good afternoon. It's like 12:54. I feel like saying, please won't you be, please won't you be, please won't you be my neighbor. Remember Mr. Rogers? Please won't you be my neighbor? He's got a piece of property down in Nantucket Beach. And if you go on the beach, walk by his place, he'll have you arrested. Great neighbor. Please won't you be, please won't you be, please won't you be my neighbor, so I can have you thrown in jail just for the hell of it. Okay, what do we got going today? Oh yes, that's right. I'm supposed to be reading from a script today. The notes didn't work, so now we go to a script. Problem with the notes, they didn't work because I couldn't read them. See, I'm supposed to wear glasses. They're bifocals, far away, close up shit, you know. And I don't like them because they always got me doing this here thing with my neck. I'm always doing this while I'm on the computer trying to see who's watching and laughing at me like I'm a crazy guy. So I have a hard time reading the notes. Second problem is I had a teacher one time who asked me, she says, is this chicken scratch or Chinese? Well, no one could read my writing. Even I couldn't. and if that's not enough, you should see my spelling. See, I'm reading from the script now because I sat there and I really pushed at this, but I still have some bad problems in there. You know, when I'm writing, I go from script to print to script. I go from capital to lowercase to capital to lowercase. I'll have capital letters in the middle of a word sometimes. Yeah. And if you're a Tea Party member, you more than likely haven't noticed. But if you're not a Tea Party member, I'm sure you've noticed by now that I enjoy a really big case of ADD, attention deficit disorder, for you Tea Party members. Be drinking. Well, you know, but of course, you know, if you're a If you're a teabagger, where'd you get the computer and who showed you the on button? We gotta throw these notes away. But the next thing we're gonna go is for voting and write-in votes. Everybody who sees this video, I want to start a write-in voting campaign for the 2012 election. And see, what we'll do is we won't. Right now, what do we got up there in the Congress and the White House? People who don't have a freaking clue and ain't getting nothing done. So instead of voting in a professional, what do we need a professional that don't know nothing and ain't getting nothing done? I mean, so what we do is vote in people that don't have a clue and don't get nothing done. Never been in politics before. You find people that legitimately could. You know, they're old enough. They don't have a criminal record. They're you know, they're not racist. They're not. They're not. Well, they can be in debt. If you take all the people that are in debt up to their ears, you'll wipe out the whole population of the country, and you can't vote for nobody. But you find somebody who's pretty clean. You know. Don't got too many skeletons in his closet. And if he does, you really don't care because they're just, you know, they're rat skeletons or something like that, not human skeletons. And who's old enough, like, you know, for the president, they got to be 35, you know. Doesn't have a criminal record. Always paid his taxes, never cheated anybody, you know. You know, here I am. I'm killing the American population again. I mean, who do we vote for? Well, you know, I figure with the internet we can find somebody because the internet covers a lot of people. So everybody who sees this video goes out onto Google and MySpace and Facebook and all that shit and sit there and tell everybody about this. And just keep passing the word and passing the word and passing the word. You know, don't tell them like you're serious. Tell them like it's a joke. You know, start it out as a joke. And we'll get the joke going on the internet. Pretty soon people will come serious. You know, jokes do that on the internet. They go serious. You know? So we'll do a serious joke or a joke and serious. And we'll sit there and elect a write-in president and some write-in congressmen. Now, this will do a couple of things. First of all, yeah, okay, they're not. They have no knowledge of politics and stuff. But that's okay because, see, we got here in the United States, we have the Congress and the Supreme Court has to check the president. The president and Congress have to check the Supreme Court, and the president and the Supreme Court keep the Congress in check. So, see, we can sit there and we can pull this off. Put a complete, total idiot. Well, not an idiot, but somebody, you know, Joe Schmo, you know, put him in the White House, put him in the Congress, and you watch. They'll actually get more done than the professionals. You know? So, put this out on your Google Plus page. Put this out on your, you know, on the Google Plus, you can have your circles. So get yourself a circle of politicians. You know, go through and find every politician you can have that you can find that's on Google Plus. Put them on your political circle. Call them. You know, so you can make extra circles on Google Plus. Put them into your political circles, and just sit there and start throwing that into your political circle. You know, go into your following circle. You know? Throw it out to your followers. You know, throw it out to the people that you're following. You know. And pretty soon, it'll catch on, you know. Lots of things catch on that way. So we do that, and we get somebody up there who doesn't know nothing. It will make a change. If nothing else, the next election, all these politicians will take note. Man, they got the internet now. They can vote us out. You know? And try it out. We're going to try this out. Put it on your Google Plus. Put it on your Facebook. We need an anonymous president and an anonymous congressman. Don't ask people to sit there and put their own names down. If they want, that's fine too. But try to get people that, you know, tell people that, you know, who do you know that we could do as a write-in vote that would fill the categories, the legal categories, that has no political standing whatsoever. You don't want them to be political. That's the whole idea. Get somebody who's not a politician, who has no political, you know, they're not Democrat, they're not Republican, you know, they're just living their life, you know, and you get them into Congress and you get them into the big offices, the Congress and the presidency. If we do that, just, man, and we can do it with the internet, you can see with Facebook, get all your friends, do it with just one guy as a joke, you know, but it won't be a joke no more once you do it, because you'll see that it'll work. It'll change Congress, and it'll change things. You see, we're trying to make the world a better place to live. Smiles, folks, and say good morning, say good afternoon, but smile a whole bunch. And we're going to change this world. Now, I still got another 6 minutes to bug you. Let me see, what else do we got to go over today? It's a beautiful day here in Monterey today. The sun is shining. A nice little breeze, not a wind. Yesterday was a windy day. Oh boy. But today's just a nice breeze, a little bit of coolness to it. Monterey is pretty. I like Monterey. A lot of people, it's cool. Yeah. And it's supposed to be California. What's going on? Let me see. What else do we want to go into for today? I know there's some other things I want to talk about. I just can't think of what they are. You know? There's that thing over there with the news in New York. The Wall Street thing. What? Where the cops are being... Oh, man. I mean, I watch the videos on YouTube. You know, I know the New York City Police Department But the American people should really, well, you know, we already are. Look at Wall Street. You know, they're talking about the Arab Spring. It just started there in the Arab countries. It's the Greeks. Look at the Greeks. They're not Arab. And now the Spaniards, you know. And now here we are in New York City. Yeah. Yeah. See, we're getting too greedy in this world. Too many people cheating people. And who's getting screwed? Me and you. You know? Isn't your butt sore enough, man? You see what they're using on us? They got that great big 3-foot dildo, man, from the porno store, you know? They got one of those big old 3-foot dildos, and they're shoving it right up. Man, that thing's 4.5 inches in diameter. Man, I mean, it ripped my hemorrhoids right out. You know, what about yours? You know, aren't you tired of it? You know, don't let them stick it in there again, man. Everybody revolt. If you smile and ride a bike, cut back on your air conditioning, and cut back on all them other stupid expenditures that sit there and pollute the earth and everything, you'll save money. You take that money, instead of saving that money, what you do is you just work with it. Then you have more time to smile and have fun. You don't need the money. Do you really need money to have fun and smile? If you do, join the Tea Party and start teabagging. At least then, you'll have something that you can do. It's fun. You can be a teabagger. Yeah. You know? Otherwise, come on. You know? Get that thing out of your butt. Man, don't let them stick it in there. It hurts. Yeah. Pretty soon they're going to get a bigger one. Yeah, I heard they had a contract with DuPont for a 10-inch in diameter. 6 feet long. They want to spray paint your tonsils with it from the backside. So, well, it's time again to say goodbye. And my non-sponsors, Surly.com. Somebody asked me, I should save that for the next episode, but I got a comment in one of my posts. How am I going to sit there and ride? What am I going to do with the big dummy and the Surly at the same time? And I was thinking, weld it onto the dummy, and that way I have a Longtail tall bike. Yeah, that would be cool, man. A Longtail tall bike. So anybody out there that's got a dummy, a big dummy, or a Yuba, or something like that, a Longtail bike, weld another bike on top of it. And you have a Longtail. That would be a cool, tall bike. Think about it once, guys. You tall bikers, think about it. Yeah, Longtail tall bike. Yeah. Or if anybody wants to buy me a second big dummy, just a plain old long tall bike. Yeah. Imagine that. Double-decker or triple-decker. Wow, that would be a triple-decker made out of big dummies. Now that would be cool. Okay. Yeah, we got to cut this here now because we're running out of time, so we're going to shut you off. Have a wonderful day. Go to Surly.com and buy me a new bike. Hold on to it and ride it around. You got to ride it around, getting it broke in for me because I need my bikes broke in. And next time you see me, give it to me. You know, it might be a few years, especially for you folks living on the East Coast or overseas, but do it anyway. Have a wonderful, wonderful day and many blessings.